one of the most versatile ovens that you're going to use in the survival situation. It's called a pit oven. And I've got one started here. You dig a pit. Then you have to line it with rocks. And you notice here we've got it. Flat ones in the bottom. I like that. And then I line the outside edges with other rocks as well. And I like to do it that way because we're going to build a fire in here. And we're going to leave the fire in there for an hour and a half or two. And then we're going to scrape everything out of there. And we'll use those hot rocks to bake things. And gives me little spots along the edges there where I can get some of the ashes to fall down there. And so that's kind of what I like to do there. So we're going to do this pit oven. And basically you're going to make these however big you need in order to cook what you got. I got a bunch of roots that I'm going to do, and I got some wild things and some domestic things in this pit oven here. It'd be just fine for that. You can, although we're going to do roots and stuff today, and a couple apples even, but you can do meat as well in here, and you can make them as big as you need. There's been times when the Aboriginals would actually cook a whole deer, and in that case they would have a lot bigger pit than what we have here. But this is our starting here. This is our pit with our rocks, and then we're going to go ahead and build a fire on here and get those rocks heated up. And then we'll go ahead and get rid of our fire and put our stuff in there, and we'll show you the rest of it here in a little bit. So pit oven, one of the most versatile and probably the most used that you'll have out of the different types of ovens. That in the ember roast, and you'll see ember roast on there as well. So pit oven. Okay, here's our pit oven. We had a fire going for probably about an hour and a half. And so now we're ready to put our stuff in there. We got pretty hot, as you can see. We actually even cracked one of them right down there in the corner there. So I think our rocks are plenty warm. We'll get our stuff in there. We got some wild things and some domestic things. And got some acorns that I processed up and got them leached. Got some Jerusalem artichokes here, and we'll do those. This is a yucca root, and yuccas are a really good plant. You know, the flowers, you can eat them with put those in a biscuit or a pancake batter and throw them in the frying pan. They're really good. The leaves are excellent for making cordage. They're good fiber, really strong. And the stalk can be used for hand drills to make fire. And the roots are really good. So we're going to have a yucca root in here. We have some acorns that I've gotten bleached, ready to go. And you can make a rock in here with a dimple. Put this in there, but I didn't have one, so we're just going to do it in the pan. We'll stick those in there. These work. These are Jerusalem artichokes, and they work pretty good in an ember roast, but they'll work in here too. So we'll go ahead and put those in there. We'll get our yucca root here. That's going to take the longest. Now, I kind of like, we're going to do some wild stuff and some domestic stuff. And I kind of like roasted apples, so we're going to stick a couple of those in there and see what we can do with that. And I like a nice baked potato. This is a sweet potato, and so I'm going to put one of those in there as well. Those will take the longest, so we'll get those right there in the hot part. And then I kind of like onion with my with the acorns here, so we're going to put one of those in there as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover this over with sticks. This one down. Then what we're going to do is we can do different things. We're going to use some of this white birch bark here. So we're seeing it a little better. And we're going to cover that with leaves. Then we're going to cover that with dirt. Then we're going to let that sit for probably an hour and a half, and then we'll come back and see how our stuff is. So there's a pit oven. We got stuff in there. We'll let that go ahead and bake, and then we'll come back and see how it is. Okay, we're ready to uncover our pit oven here, and I try to do this so that we can take it off to the sides. Oh yeah, it's still warm in there. And we'll see how we've done here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's looking pretty good. Apples look great. Acorns are roasted nice. Oh yeah. That's pretty good. Sweet potatoes good. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh. Onion looks great. Oh yeah. All right, there's our pit oven. Got a nice little feast here, and those are warm yet. And again, dig your pit, put your rocks in the bottom, line the outsides, build your fire. Go ahead and put your stuff in. Oh, we got Jerusalem artichokes in here yet. Oh yeah, they're a little overdone. That's what happens with those. Those are best done by ember roasting. Oh, they still smell good though. So that's a good pit oven. Now you can do meat in here as well, and meat actually turns out really nice, tender and juicy. And you know, you can do your marshmallow roast, but a lot of times that dries everything out. And this type of oven right here does not do that. As a matter of fact, if you want to somewhat steam, you can wet your ground down pretty good before you put your rocks in, and a lot of times that'll help to kind of steam things as you do it. So anyways, got a feast. I'm gonna go feast, and this is how you do a pit oven, and keep that in mind. It's a good way, the old Aboriginal cooking way here with a pit oven.